Welcome to the Today in History channel. In today's video we will talk about the day, April 22nd, 1509. Henry VIII, King of England, son of Henrique 7 degrees Tudor and Elizabeth de York, Henrique 8 degrees ascended the throne after the death of his father, in April 1509. That same year, he married Catherine of Aragon, eldest daughter of the Catholic kings, within the alliance policy that Spanish monarchs developed with the aim of isolating the Kingdom of France. Henrique participated in the policy outlined by the Hispanic monarchs, facing the French at the Battle of Guinegate, where he won an important victory. But he would not be long in moving away from these allies, outlining an ambiguous policy. At the request of his secretary, Cardinal Wolsey, of Francophile tendency, signed peace with Louis XII of France, handing him his sister Maria as wife. Years later, he would reaffirm the alliance with Spain, signing the Gravellinas Pact with King Carlos I degree, in 1520. But, continuing with his double political game, and fearful of the Spanish ascension after the Battle of Pavia, Henrique decided to make a new pact with France and the papacy, enemies of the Spanish. His statements against Luther earned him the title of Fidei Defensor, Defender of the Faith, from Pope Clement VIII, but tensions between London and Rome broke out over matrimonial matters. His wife Caterina was unable to give him the desired male heir who would guarantee his succession, so Henrique requested, through Cardinal Wolsey, the annulment of the marriage in order to marry Anna Boleyn, lady of his court with whom he was in love. Carlos I degree, King of Spain, and Emperor Carlos 5 degrees of the Holy Roman Empire, strongly supported Aunt Caterina so that she would not renounce her legitimate rights as Queen of England. This led to a religious conflict that would culminate in the schism of the Church of England. Henrique VIII, after getting Anna Boleyn pregnant, managed to marry her in 1533. This, among other reasons, led to his break with the Pope and the creation of the Anglican National Church in 1534. 2 years later, accused of betrayal and adultery by Henrique, Anna Boleyn was sentenced to death and beheaded. He remarried to Joanna Seymour, who died the following year, 1537, when giving birth. Widowed, the king remarried Lutheran Anna de Cleves, in a clearly political relationship. 2 years later, Henry publicly repudiated his wife and married Caterina Howard, who was beheaded in 1542. Henry's last marriage, the sixth, was to Caterina Parr, the only one of his wives who survived him. Henrique 8 degrees modified the English legislation by promulgating several laws of separation from the Church of Rome. His designation as supreme head of the Church of England, the Union Acts of 1535 and 1542, which united England and Wales into a single nation, the Buggery Act of 1533, the first law against sodomy in England, and the Witchcraft Act of 1542, which punished witchcraft practitioners with death. He was an outstanding patron, art lover, and defender of artists. His culture and intelligence combined with his character as a hard and tyrannical monarch, especially in the last years of his reign. Did you like the video? In the description you will find the blog link with the full article. Give an incentive by subscribing to the channel, liking, commenting, and sharing with your friends. Hugs. Until the next.